Good afternoon. Today's date is August 20th, 2025. Time is 1 p.m. Now I'm getting ready to go out on an Uber Black day. I don't have much to do with my transportation service today, and I do talk about that in a previous video, so if you want to go back and listen to that, it pretty much deals with the pitfalls of Uber Black, the pros and cons, and also a viable alternative dealing with Lyft. As I said, it's a video that I did a couple of days ago. Now, I just wanted to expound a little bit on Uber Black. I know I'd mentioned all the qualifications. One thing I didn't mention, although I did put in the comments, is that the vehicle has to be black on black. I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, you could have the best vehicle in the world, the most luxurious, but if it's not black on black, they're not going to accept it either in Uber or Lyft, as far as black service is concerned. So just keep that in mind. Another thing I want to talk to about today is etiquette, what to expect while you're out there. Now, I know a lot of this is common sense for most Uber drivers, and they most likely do this. But for the ones that don't, and I've seen them out there too, when I'm doing my regular transportation service, dropping people off at the airport outside of Uber, I see a lot of Uber drivers driving up. I see several things. I see people wearing sweatpants, pants hanging off their butts. I see them wearing t-shirts, bedroom slippers, chancletas, different things like that, and they are driving Uber. Obviously, it's pretty tacky. Now, if that's the way you dress, that's the way you dress. But proper etiquette would be dressed. You don't have to dress like, a suit and tie. I'm not a suit and tie guy, and I don't drive Uber Black with suit and tie. I usually have a polo shirt or some type of shirt, slacks, and shoes. Make sure that it's clean and neat. And oftentimes we forget, because we're in these vehicles so much, that maybe a little bit of body care might be in order. As I said, this is common sense, but sometimes it escapes people. I've seen people pull up, and you've got this little old lady's got a huge suitcase, and they're sitting in the vehicle, while this lady's trying to put her bags in the back. Now, nothing's saying that you have to do that. It's just in my business, my transportation business, this is a must. I mean, it's just an automatic reaction. I cannot sit in the vehicle. I have to get out and help, regardless of whether it's Uber X or whatever it might be. You don't have to be Uber Black in order to, that's just common sense and just good manners, whether you're helping Granny into the car or whether you've got Uber X or you got Uber Black. As I said to a lot of guys, I'm preaching to the choir, and they probably already do that. But if you're bucking for tips, don't. Basically, what you need to do is give good customer service, treat people the way you like to be treated, dress appropriately. By all means, make sure your car is clean. You don't have to have a brand new car. You don't have to have a Cadillac Escalade or a Mercedes or anything like that. Keep it clean. Clean it prior to going out every day. Make sure that the rug doesn't have any dirt on it. Make sure there's no trash around. And you can go to Walmart and pick up this, or I use this oil cherry bomb air freshener, or whatever the flavor of the day might be. And just, I have a little trash can in the back. I put a paper towel or napkin on the bottom of it, and I just spray that. And it keeps your car smelling clean. Now, I don't know how many times people have told me that my car smells great. And it's just those small little measures like that. Okay? So, as I was saying before, don't go after tips. Go after customer service. Go after the cleanliness of your car. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it's in good working order. You don't have torn seats. If you do, get another car. Now, a lot of these people do this part-time, and they may not have the money to make all those changes. But eventually, as you progress into it, if it's something you want to do on a regular basis, by all means, make the investment and take the time to get that done. Believe me, it'll reap the rewards later on down the line. So that's enough for that. I just wanted to cover that briefly and give my 2 cents. Another subject I want to touch on is fares. I know this is started going all over the place, but I have several things on my mind that I want to get off my chest. I was wondering why, because I know back when I used to do Uber and Lyft years ago, and supposedly now they take like 25%. So people are seeing 50% coming out of fares. So if Uber charges the customer, and I do ask from time to time how much they were charged, discreetly of course, and 9 times out of 10, usually 10 times out of 10, it's half of what they offer the driver to do it. So you figure, well, what the heck is this about? They said 25%, 25% seems pretty fair. Now with my transportation company, I do what's called farming out. And when I farm out, like when I get a job in and I don't have the equipment, I'll go ahead and call a company that does have the equipment, and I'll offer them the job at 80%. So I get an 80-20 split. And this is the same thing Uber and Lyft should do, because they're using their equipment, they're using their gas, they're using their resources. They deserve a lion's share of whatever the cost is. Uber supposedly does the same thing, but the only difference is that they take out their expenses first before they offer, before they split it up. So pretty much they're looking at 25%, and they're looking at whatever overhead that they have to do, and they take all that out first, and then they split the difference. I think it's extremely unfair. Maybe something that Uber drivers at some point down the line can get together and make that change. Because if we have to take care of our expenses from the money that we get, well, then they should have to be able to take care of the expenses with the money they get, which should be about 20%, all being fair, maybe 25, but the driver should get a lion's share. Put your comments, put your suggestions or your opinions in the comments. I'd like to hear what people have to say about that. Well, good enough. I'm going out for the day. I just want to throw that out there. If you do have any questions about driving Uber Black or Lyft Black, specifically, I don't do Lyft anymore, and I explained in my last video that once I put for hire tags on this vehicle, which I have on all my other vehicles, Lyft, I couldn't work on the Lyft platform anymore, because Lyft only wants, they want private cars, that's it. But again, as I said before, if you have a private car and it is of their standards, it is of the black car standard, meaning black car within 5 years, luxury vehicle, sedan or SUV, and you sign on with a Lyft, you don't have to have all those requirements that outside of those that Uber asks of you. And in my last video, it explains what those are. I didn't want to rehash that all over again. Good enough. Try to have a good day, and I'll reach out to you. At another day with some more information. Thank you.